Hello, all. I hope you all are having a good day. This is Janisha from Healing Mind to talk on relationships. Relationships is the most common talk topic generally, and now it has been more commonly talked because there are problems and differences that arise between the couple during lockdown. So, let us know what is relationships, why do these problems arise mainly due to lockdown, and what can be done at the lockdown times to solve the small problems. So first let's look at what is a relationship. Relationship is two people wanting to and cautiously choosing to stick by each other through all the difficult times and all the good times with each other. Now, who are these two people? These two people are two different individuals who have their own set of thoughts, beliefs, career goals, jobs, work environment, family background, values, spiritual nature, if they have past relationships, different fears related to relationships, or even if they don't have any relationships, they might have certain concept about what a relationship should be. They have their own dreams, ambitions, friends as well. So they are often used to their own lifestyle, which is revolved around career, friends, and family, right? But once they enter the relationship, one more member adds into their life, and that individual who adds on to their life also has similar different career, different ambitions, different family members, different values, different fears, etc., etc., etc. So why do relationships have difficulty during lockdown? So let's say you were born and you were with your parents till from the time you were born. So your parents have seen each stage of your development and they have seen you, known you, and understood you really well. It is very difficult for a partner to understand you so deeply as your parents or any closed one who were there with you right from the time that you were a child. So, what happens is that parents can understand your moods, parents can understand what you feel, parents can also sometimes understand how you feel at certain situations, even if those situations haven't been occurred. Why is it so? That is because you stay with your parents every time, right? Apart from obviously going out, meeting friends, etc. But we live with our parents. Hence, our parents know how we react to different situations, what triggers us, what does not trigger us, because they know our basic nature. Hence, it is easier for parents to tackle your different reactions at different situations and understand you and help you understand yourself better. I'm not saying that a partner does not do it. Partner can also do it. Of course, you will know each other first and then develop feelings for each other and then choose to stay with each other. I am right. Yes, of course it is like that. You know each other's likes and dislikes. You know how each other's moods are. You know what is their favorite color. You might know what triggers their anger, what makes them happy, what makes them anxious, etc. But I am talking about very small triggers which probably the person himself or herself haven't found and the parents know about it. And because your parents know every minute detail, every minute reaction, probably how would you react to certain situations, that's the reason the understanding that comes from parents or anyone who's close to you, who knows you, who has known you since the time you were small, or who has known you for many years continuously, is able to handle you during the difficult situations. I'm not saying that the partner can't handle you during different situations, but yes, couples do face a little bit of misunderstanding, triggers that, induce fights, and small fights that then become a big fight, and then the consequences are not that good. So, that can be one of the reasons why there are lots of increasing fights. Another main reason. Now imagine that there is no lockdown. You would be going to office, you would be coming back from the office, you would be handling your chores, household chores. you will be having a dinner together. You will have a little bit of talk of what happened during the day, how was your day, or you might complain that somebody did like this, somebody told you like this, and you might watch a series or something together and you might sleep. So count the number of hours of togetherness. It must be less than what it is now, right? Also, we do spend time with each other on weekends, but then we have many other responsibilities added to it. Say, for example, you have to shop for house, or you have to, collect the monthly uh, food grains and other stuff for yourself. Or suppose you have to shop, or maybe you are out with your friends and it's a social gathering and you're with your partner. Yes, there are dates that you go to, but imagine the frequency of those dates and imagine the time spent in those dates, right? So that amount of time that you spend with each other is much more limited than the amount of time that you all spend with each other right now. Another thing, when it's not lockdown, you get help, right, from too many people. There is some maid coming, there is some person who cooks food, or there is some person who supplies the cooked food from home. But during lockdown, all these things aren't so much possible. So every household course, every meal has to be cooked at home. That increases the responsibility on either of the member in the couple, and hence it makes the person who's doing all these things a little bit more tired, and may that person want a little bit of attention too. Another thing is, either both of them are working from home, or only one person has the facility of working from home and the other person does not have the facility from working from home. So what happens is, there comes the disparity of spending time with each other. Probably the partner who does not have the facility of working with home would feel that the another partner is simply busy doing work all day and not giving time to the another partner who's not working. That's the reason there are difficult times in the relationship due to lockdown. So during this time, people can also have many different reasons that trigger irritability, anger, or maybe tension. Probably they are worried whether they will get salary or not, and if they will get, will it be cut, will it be full, will they get salary on time or not, right? They will also have maybe targets to complete which are a little bit difficult due to the lockdown time. So during this time, the person who is experiencing needs to be vocal about it, and the person who is listening or observing such things needs to be more supportive to the partner. And that's the reason there are certain times that any one of the partner gets irritated, and then very small triggers turn into fights. And sometimes it so happens that usually during a fight, the fight subsides because one person is a little bit calmer and lets the other person speak, and then resolve the fight after the fight is over. But during such times, if both people are tensed, then it can be possible that both of the people start fighting, both of the people start arguing, and hence it can result to a bigger fight. And then people complain that the relationship is becoming difficult. So what can be done? Okay, what can be done to another point that misunderstandings, sorry, I jump to the next point, but there is one point that misunderstandings are more common, because if one partner is irritated and starts speaking something or starts a fight or starts an argument, it is um, common that he or she is misunderstood by the partner. So what if the person gets really angry on some one small thing, and then instead of calming down and understanding, it creates more misunderstanding between the partners. Why does it happen? Is because there is a lack of communication. I do not say that you all don't talk or you all don't communicate with each other, but there is a way to communicate when there are fights and there are irritability. Just one thing: say sorry often, let go, and explain yourself. That's the thing that reduces miscommunication between the couples. So, it so happens that many a times there are certain triggers which induce certain reactions, and those reactions are not generally what the person reacts, or those arguments are not generally what that person argues, but still, due to certain reactions, there are misunderstandings. So, now what can be done? Like, what do you think can be done during such times? Well, remember that it's not the problem versus you both. It's not the problem versus you alone, but it's you both versus the problem. So the problem is not affecting you and your partner separately. The problem is affecting you both together. So it's you both versus the problem and not the problem versus you both. Remember that. And only then you all will be able to solve the problem and small differences between you both, which may occur due to certain triggers or certain situations. Talk with each other more often about how you are feeling. This helps a lot. Say, for example, if both the partners were vocal about, okay, I'm not feeling that good because it's lockdown, and I am feeling tensed because I have so many deadlines, and I don't know whether I'm gonna get a salary or not. And I really want to, go out and have a normal life. I'm just too much irritated being at home. And maybe the other partner says, yeah, even I'm feeling the same. I just want to go back to work. I'm not even working. I'm working from home like you do. Or maybe even I'm working from home like you do. So I have too much pressure. Yeah, we both do understand each other. But how can we get forward to know and understand that how can we help each other to deal with this situation? This is more helpful. So this kind of communication is needed between the couple. Say sorry and explain more often. So now, when there are small triggers which induce small fights, it's very easy, or it's a very good solution to often say sorry. Sorry, I did not mean it, but actually XYZ happened. That's the reason I reacted in XYZ way. I did not actually mean it, and I'm really sorry for it. So, if these kinds of statements are shared between the couple, it induces a positivity and it increases closeness. Learn to let go. Many times it so happens that the fight is over just a very small issue, which is not even worth taking the fight forward. But just because we all have a lot of anxiety, fear, etc., going on in our heads, that's the reason that argument happened. It's not necessary that you hold on to that fight or hold on to that topic, because it's a very minute thing. Once the fight is over, once you've talked a little bit upon it, just learn to let it go. Let it be. It's okay if you let it go. Also, when things are calm between you both, as I said, do talk to each other about what happened. This will help you to understand the triggers. So, as I told before, I reacted in XYZ way because of XYZ situation or because of XYZ thing that happened. That helps the opposite partner to understand your triggers, and maybe they could help the partner to avoid the triggers that hit each other, which will reduce a lot of tiffs and fights. Play some games together. Now, who told you all can't play board games like kids do? Well, engage in communicative and partner games so that it involves both of you all and you all can have fun together. Cook a meal together. Cooking a meal requires a lot of instructions to be followed, which can increase communication and understanding and coordination between the couple. And you might enjoy cooking a meal together and eating it together, then who knows, you might have a really good time. Draw or paint together. Be creative together. creativity can be very insightful and very calming. You do not need to be necessarily a very good painter or very good sketch artist. You could just grab on anything that you have, a paper and a pencil or a pen, and then just start drawing. Probably one partner could draw one half and the other partner would complete the drawing, and that can be absolutely funny and a very great experience for the couple to experience. Now, different feelings that can bring different reactions, certain fights, certain reasons that caused fights, certain behaviors, and certain situations that occur that cause behavior aren't what the person actually might be. So, instead of taking a decision, remain calm and understand. As I said, every reaction, every behavior, every trigger may not be necessarily that it is that person, or the same trigger will affect that person the next time or in the near future. But it is not necessarily that that trigger, that behavior, or that fight, or the reason basically that caused that fight is that person. And yeah, we are too used to reacting very quickly to certain situation and to certain fight, but instead of reacting and taking a decision which might not be in the favor of you both as a couple, you all could just wait to calm down, both of y'all, and then understand why did it happen by communicating with each other. That will help a lot. Also, uh, communicating exactly how you feel, what happened, what triggered, or you could say, I don't know what triggered, but XYZ happened and then I reacted in XYZ way, and then I heard you saying XYZ and that's the reason I reacted like this. That is also fine. But communicate. For long distance couple, stay connected. Otherwise, it's just like a normal relationship. Have a video call date often. Cook meal together on a video call. Watch some series or some episode or some movie together. Have a call while watching. That can make you feel connected with each other and will not make this relationship a very difficult one. Thank you so much for listening to this video. Do turn the black thumb blue and comment down your experiences. Also share this video, and if you've not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you will be notified when I upload my next video. Follow my Instagram page healing__mind. Like my Facebook page HEALINGGMIND Healing Mind, and write to me at healingmind02@gmail.com. Thank you so much. This is Janisha Bhatt from Healing Mind.